Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we uncover why modern fighter jets may never get airborne. When missiles fly faster than pilots can react, geography decides battles. 3 minutes versus 10 minutes, and this gap changes everything. This is the brutal math explaining why Bangladesh's Eurofighters face India's BrahMos. Movies show fighter jets taking off in seconds. Reality is slower. For a fighter jet like the Eurofighter Typhoon sitting in a cold start state, the scramble process takes roughly 10 to 15 minutes. The pilot must strap in, start the auxiliary power unit, spool up the twin engines, and crucially, wait for the inertial navigation system to align. This alignment alone takes minutes. If the jet tries to move before the computer is ready, it flies blind. While the Bangladeshi pilot is running through his pre-flight checklist, the Indian BrahMos missile is already airborne. The BrahMos cruises at Mach 2.8 to Mach 3, which translates to roughly 1 kilometer per second. This speed is the game changer. It is 3 times faster than the American Tomahawk cruise missile. There is no loitering or slow approach. It is a kinetic bullet that closes the distance faster than human reaction time allows. Bangladesh is geographically surrounded by India on 3 sides. The distance from the Indian border to Bangladesh's primary airbase, Kurmitola, is extremely short. Less than 100 kilometers from potential launch sites in Agartala or West Bengal. Even if fired from a safe standoff distance of 200 kilometers, the flight time for a BrahMos is roughly 200 seconds. The math is brutal. The missile arrives in 3 minutes. The jet needs 10 minutes to leave. The most vulnerable moment for a fighter jet is not in the air, but on the taxiway, the road connecting the hangar to the runway. At minute 3 of the conflict, the Bangladeshi Typhoons would likely be rolling out of their hardened shelters, fully fueled and loaded with explosives. A BrahMos strike at this exact moment creates a chain reaction. The blast doesn't just destroy one jet. The exploding fuel and munitions can wipe out the entire squadron on the ground. Indian military doctrine often prioritizes runway denial. You don't need to hit the moving jet. You just need to crater the concrete strip it needs to take off. The BrahMos is designed with a steep dive capability to penetrate reinforced concrete. If a single missile punches a hole in the main runway at Kurmitola, the Eurofighter, which requires a pristine surface to take off, becomes a $120 million paperweight. It is grounded instantly, without a single dogfight occurring. Why can't they shoot the missile down? Because they won't see it until it's too late. The BrahMos flies at a sea-skimming or treetop altitude. Ground-based radars are limited by the curvature of the Earth. They cannot detect low-flying objects until they are about 30 to 40 kilometers away. At Mach 3, the BrahMos crosses that 30 kilometers distance in 30 seconds. That is not enough time for air defense systems to track, lock, and fire. War is also about economics. A Eurofighter Typhoon costs upwards of $100 to $120 million. A BrahMos missile costs roughly $3.5 million. India can afford to fire 10 missiles at a single airfield. If even one gets through, the financial and strategic loss for Bangladesh is catastrophic. It is an asymmetric trade, where the attacker risks very little money to destroy an asset that bankrupts the defender's budget. Thanks for tuning into this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.